Hey everyone, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I'll just say there's a special announcement at the end of this video, and if you've got time, I'd really appreciate you sticking around and having a listen. Alright, cheers. Hello and welcome back to Farthest Frontier. I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. I've got a lot of catching up to do right now. At the moment, we are burning through gold like crazy because we have a healer house now. We have a healer house and they take 25 gold a month. So I'm in a minus 12 gold deficit at the moment on my monthly revenue, which means I'm having to take gold out of the trading post in order to fund the town, and the traders aren't necessarily always brilliantly reliable at wanting to buy what you're selling or being able to intertrade with themselves. So interesting. I wonder what's going on here. If desirability near this building doesn't improve, it'll be abandoned. I'm sorry, what? Since when? That's ridiculous. They've all been stable. Anyway, I'll try and update you on what I've just done off camera. And literally, all I've been trying to do is trying to get the 3 fields that we built last time and built. And the third field is now being built. The stones have been removed. The large, huge boulders that were blocking the way have been removed. They're all... I don't know where they're all going, but... it's... Oh, they're all going to attack a wolf. Good job, guys. Well done. All right, you could have stayed inside the fence and it wouldn't have been able to do anything, but all right. Final field is being prepared. We have 2 fields currently. I'm going to talk about crop rotations in a second, and the best sort of crop rotations you can do, how you prepare your fields and stuff like that once this one's up. But to catch you up, this whole sort of area around here is being developed. I'm sort of adding more houses. I've got a nice small park here, which has massively improved the desirability in this area. So we're getting a lot more homesteads now. Remember, we need to get to 25 homesteads. Currently there's 20, so we're doing well. Once we get to 25 homesteads, we need 150 people, of which we have 128. Holy crap, am I being raided? Yes, I am. Okay. Everybody in to cover, please. That is a battering ram. That is definitely a battering ram. The hunter, the one and only Beldrus is attacking that battering ram at the moment. It appears to be... Yeah, all the hunters are basically following the shoreline here. However, if we can get that battering ram down, then great. And we've got my 2 hunters are hunting it right now. I say hunting it. Funny, weird way of saying it. They're attacking. Okay, we need to get reinforcements from down here into the town immediately, because 25 raiders is quite a considerable number of raiders. It's just springtime, so they've all just come out of freaking hiding, haven't they? They've all come out of the woodwork to attack the town. Now, we just check resources here. I have got 5 bows and some arrows. What I might quickly do is add an extra guard to here and an extra guard here. I don't know if they're going to get equipped in time. They'll certainly try. If they run straight to... where's that battering ram going? Attack that battering ram. Kill that battering ram. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. I don't think they're going to get to it in time. My other hunters are on their way. My hunters have got to be careful. There goes the wall. That didn't take long at all. Let's slow it down a little bit here. So it's going to attack the tower now. The tower is starting to lose health. I want my hunters to attack that thing. Where are they going? She's retreating. Don't retreat now. Now is not the time to retreat. It is to... You're a firewood split. Attack anyway. What are you doing? Get it. Get it. Okay, this hunter lady is being attacked by this guy right here. Can I tell him? Can I tell the towers who to attack? No. But I can tell my other 2 hunters who to attack. Because the battering ram is running away. The main problem now is honestly the town centre here, which is absolutely being battered like a sausage. This is a big battle right now. Okay. Go on, guys. Go on, hunters. My hunters are basically, at the moment, they're starting to not be as effective as they once were. Hunter dude, person dude. I need you to try and save this other hunter dude, person dude. Because this hunter dude, person dude is being attacked. Oh, go on with your bow and arrow. Go on. They may survive. They may yet survive. I'm going to tell them to fall back. I'm going to tell them to fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Alright, well, do whatever you want. The situation over here is dire. It's not great. It's actually, no. You know what? It's not bad. In the grand scheme of things, a villager has died. We lost someone. The other thing is like, yeah, look, it was deceased villager. I think he died fighting to scare off and chase off the raiders there. Brilliant. Okay, so that was an interesting battle. That was quite big. They actually got into the town centre there. They got through the walls. So this is what I'm thinking. My hunters are basically no longer able to defend the town. The towers alone aren't strong. Why have you gotten rid of the guy that had the sword? Stupid. Is there a way to dismiss the person that doesn't have? Apparently not. Just dismisses the first person who has the sword. Alright, fine. I'm sure they'll figure it out at some point. Yeah, my hunters aren't good enough now. We're going to need to get a military barracks. Anyway, right, okay, so let's talk about crop rotations here. We got 3 fields. The first thing, like I said in the last video, you need 3 fields. You get your 3 fields, you can rotate them between each other. And then you got 3 years, 1, 2, 3. Now, the first 2 fields here, I've got a combination of maintenance. What are these called again? I forget. Clover. That's it. Clover. Maintenance clover and beans. And then basically 1 or 2 crops. 1 or 2 actual crops. Now, the beans are crops. Technically, they're crops. They're not very particularly luxurious. Nobody particularly likes them or whatever. But they are food. And the great thing about beans is that they actually add to fertility. Now, our fields are looking very, very fertile. They look fertile AF right now, right? 84% and 91% fertile. And that's because basically I run 3 years of these fields when they first come up, like this. I'll show you. So we do a maintenance, a clover, a maintenance, a clover, maintenance, clover, maintenance, clover, maintenance. The first 3 years of a field's life should basically be this, because you want to get rid of all these weeds, and this rockiness isn't too bad at only 13% in fairness. I think we've done pretty well. But look at the fertility down at 68%. We want that up. We want that right up. Now, if we can get that right up, we can get some really good yields of crops. Okay, look at this yield here of clover. It's way over what? It's 716 of 588. And clover is obviously increasing fertility. So, yeah, clover increases fertility. You can see, hover over, the impacts fertility, 3% positive impact. Now, the other crops that do that is beans, which gives a 1% fertility increase, and peas, which give a 1% fertility increase. Just be careful with these two, because one of them is heat tolerant and the other one is frost tolerant. So you need to place them at the right sides of the year. Now, those will increase fertility and obviously provide food. They don't do a great job of necessarily weed suppression. So you may need to add some maintenance in there as well. So where we got here, the first year of the middle crop here, maintenance and clover. Get that fertility, get those weed level down. And then we finished with some turnips. Turnips aren't great. They take away 2% fertility. But they quick grow. They're food, frost tolerant, you know, it's something, you know. And because they're quick grow, they can fit into that tiny little slot at the end of that maintenance process. The second year is then peas, followed by flax, which we need in order to make clothing, which was one of the other points that we had in previous video. People were complaining of lack of clothing. And then we got turnips and beans to restore some of that fertility back before the clover then does the rest of the work. And then the other field is basically just the same. Peas, maintenance, clover, turnips, beans, peas, flax. And then this one will be essentially the same, but it will be all on year 1. Yes, year 1. So year 1 there. You basically alternate. Only one field should be doing flax at one time. Only one field should be doing peas at one time, or beans and turnips at one time. So you have to be somewhat careful about where you place them in all 3. So 3 crop rotation, basically. Never the same crop across multiple fields at the same time. Rotate the crops so that they're different every year for each field, and you want to use crops that increase fertility and only use a crop that takes from fertility once every 3 years for that field, ideally. There's obviously some minor exceptions like turnips and stuff like that, but you know, that's pretty much it really. Now there's a lot of debate about what's the perfect crop setup, what's the perfect like crops to use. Flax isn't a great crop for anything other than weaving because you can't eat it, right? It's there literally for the weaver's building. It's a commodity producer. You can make clothes from it. The great thing about clothes is you can then sell them for quite a decent amount of money. So hopefully we can increase the amount of weavers that we have here because we are stockpiling flax like crazy right now. In fact, we have 25 workers right now, so let's go ahead and just add a bunch more people into this, and that will increase the amount of clothing that we make here. We can then go to our trade thingy here, and this guy is buying clothes under the asking price, but still he's buying them, and it's 15 gold each. So if I could sell him 20 clothes today, that's a decent turnaround. I've only got 5 in stock, so we'll probably have to wait until next year, but you know, the point is we can make money off of that commodity. I've also got a candle shop building here because between these fields are apiaries, beehives that harvest honey. And you want to put your beehives basically between your fields, up by your arborists, and you can put them also among gardens. So I've got them in the town centre here around gardens and stuff like that. You can see if you place down a beehive where the highest sort of flower density and whatnot is, where the bees are going to get their pollen from. So you can see that all the gardens and stuff you place in the town are also a valid source. I placed one up here in the arborist because, well, actually, they should be fertilizing these trees, pollinating these trees, you know, but it doesn't appear to show that in the game, so I'm not sure if that mechanic is actually in the game or not. Anyway, there we go. That's crop rotation. Yeah, those 3 fields should produce enough food to keep us going for a while. And indeed, we did have a bit of an overflow situation with food. It's just come out of winter now, though, so it'd be interesting to see when we head into the next winter what it looks like. But I suspect it's going to be, again, overflowing. So to that end, village was raided. Let's have a quick look. Raider size 25. 23 of them were killed. 2 buildings were destroyed. Those 2 buildings were that. And I don't know what the other one was, because everything else looks fine. Oh my gosh, somebody else has died. What is going on? Did the boar just kill her? Back now. Okay, well, a graveyard is filling up, isn't it? Did somebody else just die? 2 villagers died. What the fucking hell just happened? My 2 hunters just bought it. They absolutely just bought it. What the absolute... What? Okay, well, you know, I'm going to have to obviously replace these hunters with new hunters. That was... Why is there nobody in here? Come on. We need that firewood. That is a constant thing. So, yeah, I suppose actually that's my own fault. There's this tick box here, auto-refill professions. Now, what the problem is when the farms open, they basically take all your labourers. I think I've mentioned this before. You want to have farms like when you've got enough people. We're up to 125 now, so I can now tick this again because it will re-auto-fill everything properly. And then 5 of those labourers will actually go off to become farmers as well, I think. Yeah, 27 now, down to 13 labourers again. Worms? How? Shoes. I have shoes. I have shoes and soap. Who is this person? Who is this delinquent? This dirty person? Hildy. Child. A 1-year-old child. Shouldn't even be walking properly yet. How has she got worms? My gosh. My gosh. Take her to the healing house. Immediately. Anyway, what I was saying, yeah, because of the food overflow situation, over here I'm building 2 new food storages and granaries as well. Now, we haven't actually, the fields at the moment aren't really doing anything, like granary-wise. They're not making wheat or buckwheat or anything like that. Flax doesn't get stored in a granary. However, I am being future-proofing optimistically. Now, the reason I've set it up like this, so you can see there's a gap between that and the roads all the way around, is because these are food stores. They will be targeted by raiders. The raiders so far have very reliably come from only this direction. I mean, hopefully that will stay the same throughout this game. But I don't want to just assume that they're always going to come from this direction. They may come from this direction. They may come from this direction. It does change. So I'm going to wall this area up and put gates on it and stuff like that so that it's protected from said delinquents. Right, how are we doing? Look, we're up to 20. We need 2,000 gold though. So the best way to make 2,000 gold is through said traders. And like I said, selling things like clothes, surplus materials, stuff like that. So let's see, we got Beldar here today. He is selling stuff we do not need. Could buy a bunch of grain from him, but that's useless and pointless. He's selling us clothes, bastard. But he is buying shoes, of which we have plenty. Hildy. Animal. And he is buying, albeit for a slightly stingy price, some soap. We'll sell him that as well. We need to sell what we can at the moment because we're running low on money, basically. We're running low on money. I'm going to chuck 50 stone in there. I'm going to chuck let's chuck 50 sand in there as well, because he's buying sand. And let's chuck a bunch of hides in there as well, yeah? There we go. So I get that person do that within 9 days, should do, because she's right next to the goddamn warehouse, so it should be instant, right? Nope. Off she goes to unknown places. Anyway, what? Oh, she's going to the cow. What's in the cow? The soap. Soap's in the cow. Makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, if I keep doing this, why is he not doing... Is he gone? Fuck me, that 9 days didn't last long. Wow. Bye. Never mind. We'll have to wait until next year. Okay, so we're at 172. We're still at a -10. I have got another market producing over here. So between these two markets, we'll probably have a fourth down here. We'll probably have a third down there and a fourth up here. So that we get this kind of like 4-market solution. Markets are also targeted as well. This will not be inside an inner wall. Obviously, the whole town will be inside a wall eventually, but we're just going to have to try and protect that as best we can. Getting inside a wall just seemed logistically annoying. Anyway, let's go ahead and get these defenses queued up. I've got not a great deal of logs. We'll do our best. Alright, there we go. The walls around, we just need the trees to be delivered. And we'll be good to go. Now, in terms of trees and stuff, we've got the work camp up here. I've got them focusing solely on trees at the moment. And then once they sort of cleared this area a bit, I'll get them back over here on stone. And then hopefully the trees will regrow, and I'll keep switching them over. Oh dear, we're in for a rough winter here. But food stores are 6 months of food stored, but 3 of them potentially going to spoil, unfortunately. I don't know what turnips comes under. We should have 500. Oh yeah, root vegetables. Look, 717 root vegetables, 473 beans in store. You know, that's a good couple of roast dinners you got there, so you should be fine, right? Anyway, here we go. Trader is in, and the plains rider. He does sell cows. We need buns. At some point, we will need that to happen. We're out of tools in the sawmill, and you know, we're also low on wood planks for everything. So I'm hoping that Atka comes along sometime soon, and we can buy some tools off of her. Right now, we're just waiting for the lady person, dude person to stop the trading post here with closed 25. There are 27 around. I'm hoping that she can get in there before he buggers off. 15 days. She's running around like a blue-ass fly. I don't know what she's doing. To the cow. Maybe if I move the cow. I move the cow up next to the thing. Move it over here. Look. Oh, look. Who's this? I've got like 10 days. Pause it. It is Atka. Lovely. And she's selling tools at a much reduced price. That's delightful. Thank you, Atka. There is 20 clothes in there. He's buying for 18. Let's just double check that Atka isn't buying them for even more. She's not. Okay, good. He's buying pottery for a reasonable price of 15, although Ander is buying it for 17. So Atka, you missed out there, I'm afraid. Gold ore, beer, pottery, candles, pelts, and iron ore. I do have some pelts I could sell her, but anyway. Let's deal with the clothes. 20 times 18, 360. Bang. There is 1,850 gold. We needed 2,000 to upgrade our thing, but we're also, don't forget, we're in a deficit here. So, and we also need to buy tools. Atka here. So there's another 450 gold for the pelts. We are going to buy a good amount of 20 tools, I think. That's 720. Oh my god. Buy and transfer. That should keep us going for a while, hopefully. So next year, hopefully we can trade even more clothing, even more pelts, even more pottery, and we can get once again over that 2,000 threshold there. I'm gonna have to transfer. I'm gonna transfer 1,000 into the town here. There we go. It fills our coffers right up. And yes, again, we will look to get a barn at some point soon. Right, this field should now be into, I think this is the 3rd year. So I think what we can do is we can start now removing the maintenance. Look at the weed level is still quite high. Some of the crops do actually suppress weeds as well. So that's worth looking out for as well. No gold storage. Yeah, that's full. That is full. That is full. We need a vault. Where's the vault? The vault. Oh, we'll put the vault where the cow is. Cow. Over there. The vault is not a cheap building though. It's like 25 iron, and I'm gonna have to buy up 25 iron off of Atka. You're not selling iron today. What the hell is wrong with you, Atka? You're just weird today. You're just weird today. You're not selling iron. You're not selling crude weapons. You're odd. I don't know what's going on with you. Pull it out, you weirdo. Alright, we'll put the vault there then. It'll take a while to build. Yeah, there's gold just being left on the floor. Okay, and then I will transfer number it back into the post. Into the trading post then. I think there's just piles of gold just outside the trading. I love it. What is that? What is that friggin' thingy of? Then my matchsticks though. So let's have a little look. So year 2, beans on that one, and flax on that one. So we got peas, flax, turnips, and beans. Peas, beans, flax, and turnips. So year 2 on this one, I probably put in then clover to start us off with. Then we don't want to be running beans because that field is running beans. So we could run something like cabbages. I mean, we haven't run a cabbages thing at all, really. The only problem with cabbages, the same with leeks, it's like devastating to fertility. Absolutely devastating. So year 3, we could do a beans and a turnips and a beans. Turnips are very frost resistant, and beans not so much. We'll run them in the middle of the summer. So that means the year 3 of that one is turnips at the end of the year, so they shouldn't conflict. And that's got peas, maintenance and stuff like that. So those, they do not conflict. And then once this year's over, I'll reconfigure year 1 so that it's not running peas or flax or turnips or beans. Again, limits us a little bit, but we'll get through it. Okay, so my fields are now properly organized. I think I've got them in a really good setup. Basically, every year, at least one field is in fallow, which is basically a maintenance cycle where the field isn't growing any crops. Now, in the game, that's essentially this setup here. Clover, maintenance, clover. So we're adding to the facility, we're getting rid of rockiness and weeds and stuff like that over the course of an entire year. And each field is in a rotation of that. First field is year 3 is that, the second field is year 2 is that, and then the first field is year 1 of that, or third field, whatever. And then each one is doing a flax rotation and a beans rotation. And that's it. They're at the same time, the same crops growing in parallel fields. And every year, at least one field is in fallow. And that is probably the best way to maintain your fields, keep their fertility high, and obviously keep them producing. Now, we're going to need to do this again with another set of fields, but without a flax rotation, a wheat rotation. And wheat is a hell of a lot more impactful on field fertility than flax. I know it's like farming with Spanj, isn't it, today? It's crazy. But we can see that flax impacts fertility at -2. Wheat impacts it at -6. You almost need like 2 years preparing a field for a wheat harvest, so it's crazy. But yeah, we can choose perhaps buckwheat, which is only -1, but obviously we get a much lower yield from that, and rye, which is -5, almost as bad as wheat, but again, we get a lot more grain from wheat than any of the other two. Anyway, that is 3-field crop rotation. Obviously, as we expand our town, I will expand our fields and our growing capacity. We'll add more arboretums and things like that. But we're starting to see the town come to, sort of the shape of the town come to life, as it were. Certainly over in this side, we've pretty much met where the outer wall is going to be here. And that's going to square off all the way around. All the way around to about here-ish, I would say. Ish. It's difficult to say while we're still expanding, obviously. Industrial zone is going to get bigger and stuff like that. Anyway, Atka has arrived. Atka, yes, is buying clothes at +24. Give me 600 gold, Atka. You absolute gangster. Oh, you are selling iron way above asking price, which sucks. And accrued weapons at 29. You demon. Everything, she's so expensive. She's so expensive. I can't believe. Anyway, she's buying pottery as well. I might wait for the extra. Anyway, we need 25 iron for the vault. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Apparently I can't for some reason. Why can't I buy that? Can't I buy the iron? Excuse me. Buy 25, please. Thank you. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, we got that done. The well can be upgraded. Oh, good. You know what I find with these wells, when you upgrade them, I don't know if they fix this now, but yeah, they produce less water when they're upgraded. It's really weird. I'm sure it was a bug from a previous version. Anyway, it sucked, but now that's hopefully fixed. Anyway, guys, I'm going to continue to try and expand our town outwards here with more houses. We need ultimately more population. People are still upset with the food variety or lack thereof, despite the fact that we have now a lot of beans being added to the food chain. Who wants beans? Anyway, what we do need to do is we need to start considering a dairy farm and cheese maker. However, I do believe that the cheese maker is the next tier of food production. We need to wait until we've got a tier 3 town hall. So that's our next task. We're at 22 or 25 homesteads. We need 200 planks and 2,000 gold to upgrade to tier 3. And, well, in all honesty, gold situation isn't too bad either. I think we'll be able to get there. I'm about to make another bunch of money off of Vatka here anyway. And we'll play the traders a little bit longer. We'll let the sawmill do its thing for a while. Hopefully we'll be there in no time. Anyway, best laid plans and all that. We are under attack by 32 raiders. Alright, and some of these guys look like they are quite armored. So these guys here, this guy's got a helmet on, so he's got armor. Leather armor, I suppose. Yeah, the guys with backpacks are basically thieves, so they're here to actually get supplies and whatnot. Hopefully my guys will just run. I've got my hunters already coming on site. Hunter is retreating. Interesting. Forager. Where are my hunters? Gathering carcass. Are you serious right now? Come on. Idle. Good girl. Yeah, stay idle. My other 2 hunters are coming from over here. Look. The bells are ringing. This is going to be a tough fight, even with as many hunters here as possible. We've got 2 towers set up and ready to go. Alright, you guys. Let's fall back, use the walls, and just fire from range. There's a lightning strike. Look at frozen the lightning. Okay, we got... Oh, they've come from multiple directions then. They must have. Because we've got raiders here as well. I did not see these guys. They must have come from over the hills. That's different. I thought the majority of them come from there, but obviously we're under siege from all directions, it would seem. I've got to keep an eye on Fiona here, because she has got no arrows for some reason. So she's taking it upon herself to melee the raiders, and the rest of the raiders are going after the cart, which is really irritating because I can't control the cart. They just do what they want. Look, it was stuck to it like glue. It's so weird. Alright, so my hunters then, where the hell have they gone? Seeking weapons. Yes, seeking weapons. Yes. Get the arrows, get the arrows. Okay, guys. A building is on fire. Oh, fantastic. It's already out. They've already put it out. It's fine. Children are running around during a raid. There are dead bodies in the streets, but there are children running around. Everything is happening all at once at the moment. It is ridiculous. Okay, hunters. Hold here. Here comes the raiders. They've killed the cart, which is as expected, to be honest. And that gate is going to fall. Oh, this is going to be gnarly. The arrows coming from the town hall, there's spitting out plenty of them, but oh, they might have actually fought them off. The gate is gone. The gate is gone. My hunter here, Durapella, brilliant name, Burp, is taking too many hits. I'm going to fall her back. I hope the town hall and the other towers can help. That's it. Use your range. Use your range. There we go. Yes. Get them. Oh, man, they survived. Hunters down here are fighting as well. Oh, brilliant. Yes, dude. Who are you? Hunter. Veridon. Absolutely ambushed them at the end there. Fantastic job. Okay, we have a lot of bodies all of a sudden. Is that deer eating? Yep. That doe is just eating that dead raider. Alright, there we go. The village was raided. 32. 30 were killed. We lost a villager and 3 buildings were destroyed. The 3 buildings being these walls here. And the third, I'm not even sure what that was. Is there another downed wall? I'm not seeing it, if there is. So they killed a fence back here at the farm. They must have come from this direction as well. So they came from all around. That's the first time they've come from this direction. Concerning. Anyway, the point is we survived. We can unbell the town hall and people can go back to work. Crack on, people. Meanwhile, we have a trader. We have 2 traders. Well, it is a momentous occasion, but we finally made it. We can now upgrade our town hall for the low price of 2,000 gold, 200 clay, and 200 planks of wood. The latter being the hardest one to acquire for some reason. I suppose in hindsight, I could have probably created a second saw pit. However, I figured that a fully loaded 6-person saw pit was going to do the trick. Eventually, it did, providing I stopped building. I completely shut down all building projects and, of course, was able to then save the planks up. But, yeah, the town hasn't really changed at all in the last 2 years that it's taken to produce that many planks. I have created, however, another storehouse because our first one is full. And the only other thing that I have done is change the crop rotation ever so slightly, one last time, to remove the flax and add in wheat into 2 fields. We had enough flax saved up here that I figure that 3 fields producing flax was probably an overkill for a single weaver's cottage. So there we have it. We have now got the wheat producing. So now we need to produce a windmill except this is right in the way of the walls. The windmill has got a negative effect, as you can see, on housing here, so I think what I'm going to have to do is tuck it away over here, like that. And then the bakery, by contrast, has a positive influence on houses. So this one we need to get in amongst the buildings. But I don't want houses next to this windmill. So I think it's going to be relegated down here in the corner. That way it's right next to the wheat fields. It's right next to the windmill. The only thing it's not right next to is a well, but we can obviously change that. And then houses can be of the right of it, which means it's far away from the windmill. So if we put a house up right next to this bakery, desirability is only 11%. Outsiders view our town as a little dull, you outrageous bastard. Move it further away, it goes up to 17, you see. Right next to the bakery is 11, 16, 17. So let's just chuck it right in this corner here. Put a couple of there. There we go. So, if outsiders are viewing our town as a little dull, then perhaps we need a festival pole here. I figured I've sort of kept this area here free and ready for such things. 150 gold. A festival pole requires 150 gold. Fortunately, we have a decent amount of gold here in the trade post, so we can always bankroll our town from the trading station if we need be. This is from a combination of the weavers selling clothes and playing the traders. We've got ourselves quite a nice little profit there. Anyway, there is our tier 3 town centre, which is, I presume, why they're now saying, oh, it's a bit dull around here, isn't it? Because now we have unlocked the theatre, we have unlocked the pub, which requires us to be able to brew beer. It has unlocked a huge number of things. A cooper, which is a barrel maker, preservist, the cheese maker, of course, which we talked about earlier, and all of the production buildings, furniture workshops, the brewery, foundry, blacksmith forge, the brickyard, bookbinder, etc., 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 etc. This is another one of those areas when you get into tier 3, it's very, very tempting to just go, ooh, all the new stuff, build it. But we need to be careful, and we need to balance our labor account. At the moment, we've got 40, so we've got quite a nice little cushion there to go up. Bear in mind, we're just building a bakery, and add that kind of new food production there. What I'd like to prioritize now, going forward, is livestock farming and a second round of farms here as well, because we've got the labor force to have 3 more fields, and once we've had those 3 more fields, the labor force is going to be greatly diminished to add any of those luxury buildings on. After that, it's things like gold mines, iron mines, and getting the forges in to smelt them into ingots. Smelting, obviously, gold ingots is like printing money, so yeah, we want to get on that straight away. And then we can really increase our military, because I'm slightly now worried that the raider attacks we're going to get, now we've got a tier 3 town hall, are going to be overwhelming for our little central defense thing. An outer wall is going to be needed, a military presence is going to be needed, more guards, more towers, actual fighting units. But there's huge catch-22 with this game. When you get to this tier 3 section, it's like, right, okay, you need all of this stuff. You don't have the labor for it. You don't have the gold to run it. So, yeah, the first thing that we need to do is food. Food. And everything else is secondary. As long as we can feed our population, the rest should fall in place afterwards. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Farthest Frontier. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and thank you so much for watching. Join me next time when we explore the tier 3 hump in difficulty that we're going to see. But once we get this food situation really nailed down, then we can hopefully start to see this town absolutely boom, because this is where it really begins, tier 3. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around. So you might know, but every year the Chaos Crew do a special charity stream where we try and raise as much money as possible for a selected charity. And this year's no different. We're getting together for a special stream on the 22nd of December, starting at 1 p.m. GMT, going right the way through to 1 a.m. the following day. Hopefully you guys can join us at some point, and hopefully you might be able to make a cheeky little donation. This year, we're supporting Gamers Outreach. Now, if you don't know, Gamers Outreach is a wonderful organization that tries to bring gaming to young people, kids as well, who are stuck in hospital. Studies have shown and continue to show that gaming has a positive healing effect. Now, I don't know about you, but I certainly take gaming for granted quite often. But I do remember when I was stuck in hospital to have my appendix out, how bored I was. Now imagine that you're just a young kid and you're in hospital for months on end. Endless treatment. You're missing your friends, you're missing your favorite video games. Well, Gamers Outreach is here to change that. These guys provide amazing devices called go-karts, which are specially designed for hospitals. They can deliver a variety of different consoles to kids stuck in hospitals so they can play their favorite games. This helps cheer them up, make them happy, distract them from the hospital environment, which, like I said, has been proven to have a positive and therapeutic effect in the healing process. So when Gamers Outreach contacted me regarding our charity stream, well, needless to say, we jumped at the chance to support this wonderful organization. I mean, after all, we are a gaming channel. We are a gaming community, so let's work together and bring what we love to those that are stuck in hospital without their friends and without their favorite game right now. Our Tiltify campaign is open now. The link is in the video description down below. You can donate. There are polls up where you can even vote for the game we play during our live stream on Friday, the 22nd of December, starting at 1 p.m. GMT. The game with the most votes is the game we play. So get over there now and you can make us play whenever you want. Although technically we did actually create a approved list of video games because we don't have them all and, you know, other reasons. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to this special announcement. I really appreciate you guys. And hopefully I'll see you on the charity stream. It's going to be a bit of a banger, I think.